Hey, 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 what's going on? Happy Friday, good people. Yes, this is your girl Kwamia, but for those that do not know how to pronounce my name, you could call me Q, Kwa, or either Queen. I am your host from Pillow Talk with the T podcast, and tonight is an amazing, beautiful Friday evening. We are talking that talk, and we are going live with this amazing collaboration I have with Erica with a C podcast. Yes. So it's called Keeping It All the Way Real with Erica with the C. And if anybody knows about keeping it real, everyone knows that I know how to keep it real. And we're digging deep into this conversation. I see my girl is in the building, so let me make sure I bring her in. We're about to chop it up. Yes. Woo woo. Do-do-do-do. Woo woo. Do-do-do-do. Woo woo. Do-do-do-do.
Sorry. Oh,
Hey.
hi.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I don't like when I see people down. It's like it's such a weird angle. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear
Gotcha. Okay.
you. Like before boxes, like okay, you can see like this part, but like the two boxes is so fucking annoying. But anyway,
yeah, the boxes because you gotta fix it your phone and everything. Yeah. So how is your Friday night going, Miss Girl?
it's going okay. You know, to be expected. You know, unwinding and everything. It's been a crazy week. You know, so Lord have mercy. But yeah.
Listen, I understand. I definitely get it. But we here. It's Friday. It's the weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all that matters. So, of course, tonight we are talking, that real talk with Erica with the C, honey. And, of course, in regards to that, our topic that we're speaking on is the stigma behind being so blunt in relationships as well as in friendships.
Right.
So, of course, I know, you brought this topic to me, and I was like, oh, shit, what's going on?
Dang, like, oh, you brought this to me. Like, why you being weird on the, like,
Listen, it's all good. So basically, in regards to your opinion, in regards to being blunt into relationships. Well, let's start with friendships first. I want to start with that first. So, and what is your opinion in being so blunt in being in the relationship? Because I know also people could be blunt, but also cannot receive it back as well.
Right.
So, what is your intake when it comes to a person that's blunt in a friendship?
So with me, like, I'm always that blunt. For my friends know, like, do not call me because I'm not gonna always agree with you. I'm not there to I'm very transparent, and I'm also like able to see two sides, no matter who is even if I don't like the person. If they right, they right. You know what I mean? So, the thing is that I've had a lot of friendships actually end because of I feel like not even want to say my realness. I'm not gonna say they're fake, but I think they wanted that kind of what do you call it? Cover me with a lie type of friendship, and I'm just not able to do that.
Gotcha.
I definitely had to work on my deliverance. But I definitely think if you can't handle a blunt person, it can't be when it's convenient for you. Because some people, they want you to be blunt, when other people like, oh yeah, girl, tell it like it is. But then when I'm coming at you, telling you like it is, you're looking confused. Sweetie, that applies to everybody as a whole. Exactly. Okay, so yeah, it's super weird. It's so crazy because when I was younger, my 20s, it used to really be weird to me because he would be the same people like, yeah, girl, you know what it is, when I'm in a relationship, but it's like, sis, I'm gonna give you that same heat. So.
True indeed. And see, me, I always been that forward blunt person, even when I was a kid. My family members had especially my grandmother, she used to always be like, Kwamia, shut up. Like,
my grandmother too, you got it.
So it was like I was always the one that was calling the thing a thing, and I don't like the whole sweep it under the rug. Let's talk about it. And of course, early on when it was given back to me, I was like, oh, hold up. know, I was a little like blown back, but as I got older and I was like, okay, if you dishing it out, you have to be able to know how to receive it, Miss Girl. So I end up, as I got older, I learned how to be open to receiving bluntness, to blunt criticism, but constructive blunt criticism. And just, because all
Be the
criticism,
petty ones.
exactly. So it got to be constructive. Don't be just coming out the side of your neck thinking you about to sit there and start coming at me.
Because that's going to be fucked up.
Yes.
That's called a spade, you know?
Exactly. Because I tell people in a second, like, listen, I'm not willing to go to jail, but listen, she's always at the back door, that crazy. Always at the back door. When she always be telling me, all you got to do is open the door. So, but as I end up researching more about, just bluntness, they say in regards to blunt people express what they are thinking, but consider others' feelings. Rude people have zero consideration for how others feel. Here's how you can tell the difference. If you tell your friend that your blunt hurts her feelings or his feelings, they genuinely did not know, and then they are blunt. So basically, I feel like you could be blunt but still be considerate. You don't gotta be, because just like you said, the key point is the deliverance. And I also feel like you could also be you could tell somebody exactly what it is. It's how you say it, because you could curse somebody out in a nice fucking way. You really can. I mean, you can't. You don't think?
I feel like if you're yelling, like, I think like some people, when you're yelling at them, they can't hear reason. I think once your tone gets above like a certain level, they can't understand it. I can go back and forth with you. Right, exactly. It's not what they say. Right. And the thing is that, like, with me, it's like you said earlier, like, understanding that taking the blunt. See, the problem people is like, I can take the blunt. And, when I get corrective criticism in the back of my job, anything that I do in life, I'm always open to people. Like, oh, I wanted your feedback. Tell me what's up. Like, be real. Don't have sugar with me, because I'm already like built like that. My parents are built like that. Where they can take constructive criticism and use it, but don't be the type of person when I say something to you, you say something back to me because you and your feelings. That is a big issue. That's a problem. But to me, I feel like if you're yelling, because I do have a temper problem, it's very hard for the person to continue the conversation, because now it becomes a level of disrespect. It's like, wait a minute. I hear you. I know what you're trying to get your point across, but is it a way you cannot raise your voice to me? Because I've had a friend like that who had to reach out like, look, girl, I know you was mad, but we're both adults. Please don't raise your voice at me. And I'm like, you know what, boo, you right. It was no reason. I was upset. And I feel like even with my temper, I had to realize too, with being blunt, like I can't just be out here like thinking, oh, because I got a temper, they gotta know that I'm not about to apologize. Like, no, they know how I am, and I'm just gonna talk how I want to talk. It's like, no. That's another way how you end up being like with no friends, no relationships, because you end up being this real negative person, not because you're not a sweet person, you don't care what people think, but because you're always constantly trying to be right, or always constantly trying to get your point across. So that can also be a backfire with being blunt all the time.
Exactly. And then I also like what Chris said. She said, don't talk at me. You can talk to me and still get your point across. And I like that too. And then also, I feel like you can be able to be disrespectful sometimes with everything. Because I feel like, again, it's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. If I'm yelling, like you say, a person normally shut down, or they're going to take offense to it. But if I'm sitting in a calm tone and I'm cursing you out, you want to hear it, you want to receive it, and it's going to be delivered.
And you know what, Q, not to cut you off, but I'm sorry, if I tell you something 6 times calmly,
oh yeah,
that 7th time gonna be fire. Like, and then you know what? Some people, they don't even hear you until you're yelling, or until you reach the point where you frustrated and you crying, and it's like, oh, now you give a fuck. I've been telling you this for months now, and it's like, and it's sad, because it's like, I feel like people are accustomed to that because of how they were raised. Like, oh, I was raised, my mother probably yelled at me to give me, like, Go clean her room, go clean your room, go clean your room. But that father's like, get your ass up, clean the goddamn room.
Exactly.
You respond better to that now because you're traumatized and you don't know how to respond to somebody when they're calm. And it's like people act like one people just like up in here yelling at people. No, motherfucker, we have levels to this. I told you this amount of time. That's you all the time. After that third time, it's a wrap. That fourth time is gonna be crazy.
Exactly. And see, that's me because I'm just really good. I'm glad that you're transparent saying that you have a temper, because it took me a long time for me to sit there and actually say that for myself. Because
okay.
I could go from 0 to 100, and I do my best not to do that. And anybody that knows me, I would really think that you wouldn't want me to go there. Like, because what gets me to 0 from 100 is the disrespect,
Always.
the disloyalty, or the fact is the fucking principle of the whole situation.
Oh, you hit a nail right there. That's the principle. You know that's the one right there.
Those are three things that makes me mad. It's the principle, the disrespect, and the disloyalty. Those would take me real quick from 0 to 100. And then here go my family and friends trying to calm me down, but I'm already past the sky. I'm already past it
because you gave the warning, Q. I know you, boo. You a Scorpio. You gave a warning, boo. I had a best friend growing up, and she was a Scorpio. She would tell people, look, hey, I'm about to spaz. You might want to step away. I already know. I've given you 7 warnings. Then when I spaz them in your face, about to beat your ass, you looking confused. Don't be weird to me. I tried to warn your ass.
Sagittarius. So Sagittarius.
Oh, you're Sag. Really? You got a temper?
Yeah, I do.
Never know no Sag. No temper. You might be a different type. I saw you as a Scorpio for sure.
No, I live with a lot of Scorpios.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because Scorpios and Cancer are very, I don't want to say in tune, but they're very connected with Sagittarius. Most of my best friends growing up for the long, like high school, past younger, they were definitely Scorpios.
Yeah, because I have Scorpios, Aquariuses, and a lot of Cancer around me.
It's some Cancers.
But yeah, but I do have a temper. Like I said, it just, the fact is I don't like to go there, but I feel like when I'm not getting my point across, or I feel like disrespect or the principle of the matter of the situation, that's when I'm pissed off. Now I'm going from 0 to 100. Now you can't take me from 100 back to 0 just thinking like it's going to happen with a snap of a finger, because it doesn't work that way. I got to go through the whole moment. Now you got to let me go through the moment that I'm at 100, and now the bomb has exploded. The smoke has been, designated. Now you got to allow it, the fire to burn. Don't go get water to sit there and let it out quickly, because it doesn't happen that way. Because now go through the fact that I'm at 100 for me to come back down. But see, the thing is also, they say a lot of people ask, well, do you think that blunt people is rude? I don't think so.
I love them. I prefer them as friends, and I don't want nobody to. I just think when your friends are blunt, is able to be real with you, like, it make the friendship dope as fuck. Like, I don't know how people don't understand that.
They say that blunt people is the best friends to have. They really are. Because I'm telling you, we will tell it like it is. We won't sugarcoat it. We're going to let you know. And then one thing I love about myself, like I said, as I got older, I was able to receive it back.
Okay.
Listen, I can't walk the walk if I can't, you know what I'm saying? If I can't receive it back. But they say that it's not only, they say it's blunt rude. So they say they're asking the question, is blunt people or either is blunt rude? So they say it's not only misleading, but means they are being held unaccountable for their actions. Being blunt is usually a mix of confidence and consideration. Is being unafraid to say something while they still being conscious, because we are being conscious about what we saying. And so how the other person feel, and being rude is a difference. It's a difference which of behind the word of being blunt consider. Also, they say something about weak. I don't think so either. I don't know who's researched that, but they need to rewrite that shit.
Yeah, but it's a no for me. Sorry.
I I don't really think that, because I don't even mix weed and blunt in the same category at all. So that's just kind of weird.
And
But
I didn't
yes,
even like, I mean, I feel like with me, like, even, you know, it's crazy. I never, the blunt beautiful thing when I say in my pod is like, it wasn't going to be anything else. Like when my friends describe me, this is what they say. She gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Like that's just the number one thing. It's nothing else. You know, whether my relationship, my friends, my family, they know when they call me, because I feel I have the disclosure disclaimers. I'm like, look, I'm about to give you this. Don't call me if you don't want this. Because I have 2 levels. I give you the little baby talk and we can kind of walk through it. But it's also friendship, and you need to make sure you have know your friends, because some friends, they're not able to accept it right away.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel like I can't, I feel like now that I'm older, because when I was younger, I didn't fuck. I was say whatever the fuck I want. But now that I'm older and I've been able to like really kind of sit down and marinate on things, like, you know what, I can say this in a way where I'm not, she can understand it and then she can accept it. But if you feel like we're resisting, you need to pull back.
Sure. Okay. See, the thing is, I'm just blessed that I have had people. I'm just trying to think as I'm talking to make sure I don't talk incorrectly. Because, well, so far, the people that I know throughout my life, they was receiving of my bluntness. The only people that I know who have not been receiving of my bluntness, people who do not really know me. And especially when I even moved down to Texas 5 years ago. Them people can't take it. They cannot take it. One, they tell you that I was talking too fast. I say, no, I'm not talking too fast. You're listening too slow.
I talk fast for sure.
Yeah, 2, where I come from, we don't fuck you from behind. We gonna fuck you and show you that we gonna fuck you up in front of your face.
You don't Jersey, do right?
And I call it that hospitality.
Wait, you from Jersey, right?
All day. All day.
Not all day. I'm from DC, so I understand what you mean.
Yeah, so it's like I don't do that whole hospitality type of bullshit kind of thing. I just don't, because I feel like they end up basically they would try to be blunt, but behind your back, and it's like, how is this? That's the opposite to me. That don't even work.
It's giving me scare vibe, and you're a whole grown person. You can talk to me directly.
Yeah, but also I feel like the people I vibe with is people who wasn't really from there. If you wasn't from that state, I vibe with you. You was from Cali, Detroit, Baltimore, anywhere else in the world that you moved down there, I was fucking vibing with. But anybody who was originally from Texas, I was not vibing with at all. And I was like, it's all good because you guys don't understand the vibes. That's
no. All right, basic ass city. Let me stay. Get out of here. I know you from Texas, y'all probably all right. Y'all just not fast moving at certain places like New York, Jersey, DC, Baltimore, like all them places, y'all not as fast moving. So it's gonna take y'all a minute.
Yeah. I can still tell you how it is and keep it 100 without coming off rude.
Period.
Absolutely.
But see, the thing is that is her name Crystal? Or is that I can't tell the picture.
Yeah, Crystal.
Crystal, you know what it is about people in that situation, because they have to be like, I really think it's important, and I had to realize, like, because I used to feel guilty. But I tell people the truth, it used to make me feel bad. Yeah, I talked about it in therapy because my friends really did not know how to take accountability, and I knew how to do it. So I learned very young on how to take accountability, and they didn't. So when they were doing like fuck girl shit, I was not doing fuck girl shit, and I was calling them on their fuck girl shit. They didn't like it. It came off as like, oh, she's being messy, and I'm like, I'm not being messy. I'm being real. Like, you being kind of out here. But it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like, even being in that situation, I feel like people need to be around other people who have the same kind of mindset. If you're afraid to take accountability and you're blunt, it's not going to work. Yeah. You're going to always be rude to them and be messy and be whatever. Then, oh, she's always being rude. She's always yelling. She's always putting me down. I'm not putting you down. I'm trying to lift you up. But
exactly,
I can't do it for you, love. You know.
And it can't do it for you. And not only that, I'm not going to give you what you want to hear. That's what I'm not going to do. What you need to hear, due to the fact that you probably so used to people hearing I mean, you hearing what people giving you or listening to what people giving you what you want to hear compared to what you need to hear, still sending you into the wrong direction. That's why you still where you fucking at. Basic. Sorry, but not sorry.
Period.
But they say why blunt people are the best. They say they can forgive just as they can apologize for their misdeeds. They can also forgive too. Blunt individuals don't hold grudges for too long and are pretty honest about how they feel. And if they do not feel right about how a relationship or friendship is going, they will let you. We will.
Now that last part, I ain't gonna hold them whole cancer. I'm gonna hold a grudge, baby. I'm one of the motherfuckers that it be like, oh yeah, because remember in kindergarten, like when you kind of like didn't share your crayons with me, yeah, bitch, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be like, I don't like her. And I feel like when I first meet somebody, I try, like, it's funny. I saw that thing. It was like cancers. When they meet somebody, they don't know why they don't like them. They don't like them, so they gotta pretend like they like them. It's just I can tell when I first meet someone, I don't like you, sis. Your energy, something is not vibing with me, and then it never fails. My friend, like, oh my God, like you always know. Yeah, I know because I'm telling you, I'm in tune. I don't like you, my girl. And not that you're not, you probably a beautiful person. You probably gonna glow. You probably gonna be amazing. But I know your energy and my energy is not gonna work together. Yeah. So I definitely hold grudges. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I'm working on it, you know, but I mean, forget them. It depends on what it is. Yeah. Now, but you know what it is? Once you lose me, or even if a friend, if we had a fallout or whatever, you will never have me that serious again. Ever. It's impossible.
I definitely agree. I agree with you 1000%. See, me, the thing is, I don't hold grudges. What I do is I keep it in the back of my mind of what you may have done or said. I will give you another chance, but I'm not giving you a third chance. You're not going to fuck me again, because at this point, it's like no longer shame on you, it's shame on me. Not only that, but when you lose me, I am gone. I'm not coming back. I'm not trying to be coochie crunch. We're not about to be fake in this building, and we're not about to pretend. And that goes for family and friends. I'm sorry.
Yup.
It really does. Because, again, it goes back to the fact of you have to teach people how to treat you. And as we continue to take people back, you only giving them the pass continuously, consistently, and repeatedly to keep fucking you, because they know, like, oh well, she accept me back. All we did is have a phone for a few months or for a year, but accept me back, and then you gonna do it again. No, you gonna learn how to know how to talk to me. So if I'm conscious. If I be conscious with myself to be able to speak to you in a conscious, respectful way, why the fuck can't you do the same thing to me? So that means that you don't even consciously respect me enough to even have a conscious mind to communicate and talk to me in a conscious way. So that means you want to just talk reckless to me like I'm just a dirty trash on the street, and the respect was never there. That's how I look at it. I break it down and I analyze that bitch.
Period.
Like I just can't. And what Crystal said, I ain't reading. She said, yes, if my energy don't match your vibe, I can't sit with you. Absolutely.
No. And something you said that's so true. Like, I'm not teaching an adult how to talk. Baby, I don't know if you learned it in school, at your parents' house, your grandmother's house, Susie Mae's house, the gardener's house, your neighbor's house, baby. The school, I don't care where you went. Somebody taught you how to respect human beings. Yeah. So if you didn't learn how to do it, I can't help you. But the thing you said was very true. People tend to think, oh, she's going to take me back. She's my friend, especially in friendships. See, relationships are a little tricky. But with friendships, oh, man. I've had plenty of, times I'm like, oh, no, we're friends. I'm just going to forgive her. I forgave females way more than I forgive men. I ain't letting men get no passes. But a female, she could do all kind of stuff, and I wouldn't look at it as the same. Like, wait, this is a friendship. This is a relationship as well. You have to, make sure you're getting poured in, and she's getting poured in. But if she just take it from you, that ain't helping you none.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, your cup is going to be empty and hers is going to be full. You're going to be drained and you're going to feel like you the one that's only being pulled into the friendship of all your energy, all your everything. And it's like, damn, is any reciprocation coming back my way? And that just kind of weird. And then it goes also with the fact that you said, because you say that even with friendships, but I also feel like even with family ships, because a lot of people think because your family that you supposed to just automatically just like, you know, automatically give and just, oh well, we family, so it's whatever. And I'm like, when does that how does that give them the pass? Because I feel like relationships, friendships, family ships, situations, no matter anything that has a ship, again, is a ship, is a relationship, a friendship, a family ship. Means that the ship could sail and ship away at any given time.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I'm going to use it.
It could.
I'm going to start letting people know, like, you know, the ship can go, right?
Yes.
What you mean?
It could go at any given time, but people don't realize that. But you have to pour it back to people as well as you pour into them. And I'm very conscious, like I said, I edify, I delete, I remove, and I actually sat there and I moved a lot of people out of my way and out of my life in the past year or two. And in regards to me doing that, my shoulders, the weight on my shoulders have been really released and lifted, because I'm looking like, damn, was I holding them more than they was holding me?
And I get this energy from you, like, just from being on this little live right now, that you really just have an energy, like, people come to, like, dump shit on you, and then they expect to, like, leave with no regard to how you feel. I feel like you the type of person that you call somebody to vent to them, and they fucking end up venting you, and you've never got nothing to release outside that. That's the energy I'm getting from you. I could be wrong, though.
No, you're right. You are absolutely right. And that's so crazy that you picked that up. Because it's like I call them or I call a vent to them, and it's like it just turned all back to them. And it's by the end of the call or by the end of anything, I'm still heavy, and there's nothing I have vented or released. So in regards to that, that's why I had to clean out my relationships, friendships, family ships, because I'm like, damn, as much as I pour into people, I need those same people in my corner to pour into me. So
there you go.
If I do come to you to vent, I want to know that, damn, I released as much as you released.
There you go, Q. You talking.
As I got your back. I want to know if we do have a falling out, and I may say something that you ain't like, you ain't going to curse me out like a raggedy dog, homeless man on the street.
Right. Just say it's, you know, we made a mistake. I apologize. Like, exactly. Don't know everything.
But don't start going cutthroat, you know, below the belt. Like you can't do that. Like if there's respect there, there's respect. Respect don't have a timeline. It's there.
Nope.
It's there. So girl, but I could go on and on about
I hear you, girl. I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, girl, you know it's right. Like
and they also say in regards, how do you communicate with the blunt person? So there's 7 ways you could communicate with the blunt person. So they say honor people as you are. Say honor people as well as your message. Be open to other possibilities. In difficult situations, never start a sentence with the word you. Yes. Oh, I hate that. Don't do that to me. I'd rather for you to sit there, but like, I feel, or something like I experienced, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because even in therapy, my therapist was basically, she taught me like different ways of communication and perfecting my communication, because sometimes when you say you, it's like pointing a finger at the person. So it's like basically you end up turning it around and saying that, you know, you made me feel this way. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I feel like as long as you're on this earth, you should be able to know how to effectively create your communication, every skill that you have that contains the human basis of life. You should be able to. But let's also go into being blunt in relationships. Ooh, baby. See, now I've been in relationships where I've been very blunt, and a lot of men did not like that.
Same.
It did not like that. And it's like, but it's crazy to me because, and no bashing you guys who didn't like it, I'm not, but this is my experience, and I'm only speaking my experience that I have received. So, gotta put a disclaimer out there. So,
Crystal knows, baby.
so in regards to that, but that's crazy because they would be the ones to be all so fast forward and ready, blunt and open to speak and say it like it is, but not receive it. And that also would make me look at myself outside, but like, damn, am I?
They all sit still, Crystal. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hold up, let me make sure I'm not them, because I know I'm blunt. But do I do that when somebody doing that to me? If I'm not receiving it back? So that would make me look outside of myself, making sure I wasn't being a hypocrite on the fact of dishing out bluntness but not receiving it. And and I also agree with Chris. Like, men is sensitive, but they don't think they are.
They really don't. They pretend like they're hard, and it's like, I get that you grew up and this is what you're doing, but like, in a serious note, I've had guys like I said, the whole like being blunt to other people, and it's like, I'm being blunt to you because I want you to like win. And like I said, when I meet a man, I always want to ask to him if I can, but it's like, I can't ask you if you're not going to be open and honest about yourself.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to play. If you're a procrastinator, you're a procrastinator. I'm not about to tell you you're not a procrastinator. You're not ambitious. I'm not going to say you're ambitious. You're not ambitious. Like, I don't know how people think I'm going to tell you something. No, I'm not stroking no egos.
Yeah.
At all. I don't stroke egos because it's like inflating a balloon, and then later on somebody's going to come and like softly unlight it. No, you have to do that yourself. Nobody has to stroke my ego. I stroke my own goddamn ego. I know I'm the shit. You know, so it just, to me, it's like, men sometimes, like, they tend to be like, oh, I'm not sensitive. I mean, no, I could take it. No, but then when I'm telling you about yourself, you getting offended. Like, I'm against you. Because it's like, you can tell them, you can send them affirmations every day. You can tell them how amazing they are, how much you love them, how much you adore them. You can do a crazy thing. One day, tell them that's something you don't like.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I feel like, my whole family been against me, man. I feel like, and like, I feel like I thought you was going to be like that one different person, but like, I mean, I'm seeing now, like, you ain't even really for me. I don't even know. And I'm like, well, I might not be for you.
Yo,
if this one time, right.
You hitting that shit right on.
Because it's true. It's like, are y'all okay?
Yeah, that is crazy. Hey, that's really crazy. But I'm laughing because that's so fucking true.
Because it's true. I've seen it happen so many times. Like, I
Lord.
just literally gave you all this great energy, and I say one thing, and you in the corner like, man, you know what? I don't even know. I thought like I would be able to find somebody. I thought you did find somebody. I thought you found me. Oh, because I don't like somebody.
So it's like that all of a sudden the relationship ended.
Right. It's like, we about to break up. Not really, but he just mad like because you did.
And then it's crazy because, like you say, you could pour into them, get them all positive and all that, and then you may sit there and say, "Hey, I think you." Okay, for example, I feel like you communicate poorly. They don't, when they hear that, it's like, how you gonna sit there and tell me how I communicate? Like, so all you heard was the word poorly.
Hello?
The fact is that I feel like you communicate poorly and you could do better. Like, damn, like, what the hell? So it's like that selective hearing. And that's what men have, selective hearing.
That's it.
And I feel like all of them have it. I don't care what age they are.
And you know what? I feel like I have a well, I don't mention my friend name, but I have friends and they're married. And, their husband be like, my wife, she's never going to be like as blunt as you, because some women think that if they're not honest with the man, they're actually being better for the man. The thing is, I don't argue with him. I don't nag him. It's like, it's not nagging if I'm telling you something I don't like. Like, I'm not nagging you. I'm telling you what I don't like. And if that becomes you thinking I'm nagging you, then you have bigger problems, my love.
Exactly. Because there is a lot of men out there, and it's not even the married ones. It's men that's single or in relationships that soon as you try to tell them something, automatically like, oh my God, you're nagging me. I don't want to hear that. Or you're trying to start an argument. I want my peace. And it's like, so you just don't want me to say shit to you at all or call out your funky ass drawers. That's not happening.
But I can pull your dick out your drawers and suck it, huh?
Exactly.
Hello?
But if I smell
with the same mouth, I got something to say with.
If I smell the stink of the stink, guess what? I'm gonna call that shit out. We gonna find out where that smell is from, and we gonna talk about this. And yeah, and that whole me stroking somebody's ego all day, I'm not doing that. That's a full-time fucking job. I'm not doing that.
Hell no.
You paying me? And then, and Tori said their mamas didn't hurt their feelings, so they are devastated when we tell them the truth.
Absolutely.
And that's really crazy because my thing is, I feel like mothers and sons have a different type of relationship because I have a son, and my son is about 21 years old.
Oh, nice.
And
how old is that?
21.
Who got 21-year-old child on this live? I know the devil is a lie, girl. You in your early 30s. Stop playing with me. You had him at 8. You had that baby. Girl, ain't no way you got a 21-year-old child looking like you looking, baby. The devil is a liar. Are you serious? You playing with me? 12. He's 12.
I'm lying.
He's 12 years old.
My son is about to be 21 in January.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I really thought you was like maybe like late 20s, early 30s.
Who, me?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, girl. When I see black women, I never know because I just think I'm looking at her like, damn, she's in her prime, like, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby, I'm like 40 or 50. I'm like, who 40 or 50? I be needing IDs. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be annoying, but it's the truth. I need the ID.
I'm a girl. But yeah, so even with that, I managed to make sure I create the relationship where I didn't want that dynamic of me not hurting my son's feelings. I wanted the dynamic of, you know what I'm saying, if I tell him that his shit stink, that he could be able to receive constructive criticism without his heart breaking and like the world is coming to an end like so many of these people. Yeah. And that's where Mama Maria said that, like, I just can't. I can't. I mean, no, Tori said that. Tori said that in regards to breaking their hearts. And Mama didn't do it. I'm not listening with my son. I make sure, listen, I'm pulling back all the layers, all the onions, building his ass back up because I want him to know that the world ain't going to be as nice to you as I am. So I have to be able to instill that toughness and that still in you. So when you go out here, you ain't shocked like electricity shock in your brain. You know? And now you feel like the world had come to an end because the woman you dealing with or somebody outside of the family or the house sat there and disappointed you or made you feel some type of way. I don't like guys like that.
Because love is not always loving.
I run from guys like that. I really do. I ain't gonna lie. I really do. Because to me, that shows me that there's a lot of shit you got to deal with.
Yeah, because you know what? Like I said, love is not always loving. Like, maybe, you know, one day you can have this really amazing relationship. Next thing you know, you might do some fuck shit. You mad. Your girl might do something crazy, like taking all your clothes, throwing them around. And you might do something crazy, like burning her stuff up. And I'm not saying that's right. What I'm saying is that love is not always loving. Sometimes it looks messy. It looks weird. I wouldn't condone somebody standing up like that. But in the same sense, like, mother's love is definitely unconditional. We know, you love your son regardless of what's going on. Of course, you birthed him; he's your child. But I think men have a hard sometimes, kind of leaving that womb because, like, yeah, my mom loved me unconditionally, but it's like, yeah, but did your mama tell you about yourself? Exactly. Because now, since she, like you said, you do, which is awesome. But now, since nobody told you, like my brothers, I love my brothers to death. My mother ain't telling about themselves, so they need relationships and they don't know how to cope when somebody tells them they want to ignore the person for days. They do little shit like that, like don't talk to their woman for 3 days. You know what I mean? What? It's like, I mean, hey, but they didn't marry. Some of them married, but you know, but it's just like, I mean, everybody has their own thing they want to be a part of. But it's just, to me, it pisses me off because it's like, why didn't you think it was okay to tell them? You know, because girls have all this stipulation when we're young. We too fast. We too this. We too that. I mean, mothers don't never had no problem telling their daughter about themselves. Never nowhere in history. But when it comes to boys, I think mothers sometimes don't tell their son stuff because it's like they don't tell their husband stuff. It's the same. And it's like, if men should be receiving of information as women is receiving of information. Women can take stuff at the chin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even we joke about the cheating thing, but it's like, yeah, a woman being slept around on a couple times, she may forgive you. You mess around one time, a woman, he about to lose his mind because she slept around. He's emotional. No, it's not. She wanted the same thing you wanted.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Listen, and one thing about me, I tell my son when his shit stinks and when he's wrong.
Tell him.
I do. I'm not. No, you're not. No. We're not doing that. And you know what the thing is? It's not just the fact that because I do it because it's me and I decide to uniform my relationship different than what I've seen me dealing with other men who very break down when you tell them the truth or don't have that multiple of, you know, emotional intelligence and different things.
Ooh, say that part.
I do it because I received it. It was given to me. Telling me if my shit stink, letting me know if I was wrong, breaking me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's not right. Not allowing me to give me a pass. Like, no, not at all. And then she said because we're a reflection of each other, so you can't sugarcoat everything. And a lot of these mamas, oh yeah, I said that, mamas, baby mamas or mama babies, these men, they feel like he can do no wrong. Yeah, I don't believe in that. And listen, you could go back to your mother for that one. Some mamas allow themselves to belong with these boys or men. Exactly. I don't allow myself. Not at all.
All these are facts. These are all true. And I appreciate this new. I feel like this new age mothers and the like right now the information is so on the web. It ain't no way you don't know how to talk to your son. There's books have been written and they've been studies done, shown, and proven. So what will work for your son. Don't have your son growing up as an adolescent and then he don't know how to take any criticism from his woman and now he's single and he's blaming it all. He's just being focused. No, you're not. You're not being focused. You're single and you're lonely because you don't know how to take anything from anybody. And you think love is always going to be loving and it's not real.
Sure.
Love is going to be loving sometimes, but sometimes love is going to be blunt. Sometimes love is going to be not in your motherfucking right mind. And sometimes love might be a little crazy.
It's going to be hard. It's not going to always be rainbows and fucking unicorns. And those are the type of other I run away from too, because if you think that this is going to be rainbows and unicorns and you think that everything are always going to be sugar and sweet, I cannot be with you because that lets me know when the time get hard, you're not going to be there. You're
hard. Yep.
You're gonna be going faster than a motherfucking bus coming from the corner and already you missed it.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. No, I just can't. And then like Crystal said, I don't care if they're young. I'm going to tell my kids how it is, and I feel like we should because again, we are our children's first teachers. But I just feel like in relationships, men cannot set when a woman is blunt. We are considered as confrontational.
Aggressive is the biggest one I always get. I'm always aggressive.
Aggressive. Oh, are you trying to start something? Like, I want my peace. You can have your peace, but the thing is, just know that everything ain't gonna be peaceful all the time. Because if there's a problem, there's a problem. You got
and that peace shit is for you. Like, I make my own peace. Like, and I have to realize that because I had an episode a while ago about like being his peace, and I always play on words, but like, ain't no damn peace.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to it, it's the fact that you have to find your own peace. And if somebody's around you and it's off, you gotta let them go. It's hard. Yeah, when you first love somebody and you care about them and you have to let them go, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
People think that blunt people don't have fun. I think that's really been my life. Men, especially men, they think when it ends, I don't care. I've had men tell you that. Well, you don't really give a fuck anyway, do you?
Oh, I hate that.
I care.
I hate
but
that.
I don't. But I care, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I care. I care.
Yeah, right now.
But I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I know this gonna pass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hate that. And then Ashley said, yes, my soon-to-be ex-husband always used that P shit. And I don't like that.
Comments no more.
I like what you said, Erica, when you said that, first of all, why I shouldn't have to be the one you depend on to get your peace. You should already have your peace instilled in you.
Yep.
Where the fact is, like, even if something, even if there's finances or we may not fuck with each other today because I don't like you today, or whatever the case may be, I shouldn't rock your peace. I shouldn't ruin your peace. Your peace should be still within you, sir. Like, because I know if I go into this bedroom or this office, my peace coming with me. Like, my peace is in me. So you can stay on that couch, watch your game, sip your beer. But when I'm away from you at this moment, I'm still going to have my peace.
Yep.
Like, that's a fucking excuse of the fact they don't want to.
It sure is.
They don't want to communicate. They don't want to talk. They don't want, they don't want the ins and out of things they need, because to me that shows me you're not an effective communicator and you don't communicate properly.
I never understand what the whole like being quiet mindset came from men. Like, oh, let me be quiet. Let me not say nothing. It's like, I get it. But if you burning inside, if you really good, you good. But if you really not good and you sitting there being quiet, like, come on. This child's play. These are fucking peanuts. You're a grown ass man.
Exactly.
You can't express your feelings or feel like you can be in a relationship where somebody can hear you out. Is this what I'm saying? Like, when do you learn these effective? You have to go look for them yourself. If you really want to be in a real committed, a real relationship, a healthy one. People understand you can be in a fucking relationship. I can be in a relationship right now. It's, shit, my relationship is healthy, but I'm just saying, like, if you really were in some dysfunctional ass relationship, how would you even know if you're not even an effective communicator? If you can't express to somebody how you feel, what you think, it's depressing. If you can't talk to somebody you talking to, and that goes both ways, women and men, because I feel like if I'm talking to you and you can't take anything I'm saying and listen, you constantly feeling on the defense. We're not in a relationship. We're in a battlefield.
Exactly.
It's fucking war. I'm not trying to fight you. You're not my goddamn enemy. You are supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be my partner, my team. So if I can't rely on you to be that type of person for me, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, first of all, First of all, if I'm with someone I cannot talk to, that's a problem for me. That's a huge problem for me. If I can't talk to you, or every time if I'm about to talk to you, you get irritated, that's a problem for me. Because now, to me, knowing the fact I am a communicator and you're not, that basically, it's allowing me to hold things inside of me I don't like. I constantly get stuff held inside of me I can't release and talk to my partner about. Shit start to build up, and then at some point you're going to actually fucking explode. And then I don't want to miss Ashley's comment. She said, "Yeah,
I can't see no comment. Sorry, what'd you say?"
She said, "Yeah, I'm hurting. Currently dealing with the divorce. Now after being with him 9 years, I'm hurt."
And that's what I mean, that longevity and familiarity. Like, I've never been divorced or nothing like that, but I really, I don't have long-term relationships, and the reason I don't have it, because I always ask myself when I'm dating someone, can I deal with this forever? Like, there are certain traits, can I deal with this forever? And I don't try to be in relationships very long, because what's the point? I feel like once you reach 3 years, you're with that person. And you decide, like, this is the person. And then now if it doesn't work out, you got to start all over somebody again?
Yeah,
we're not getting younger by this. We're getting older.
Yeah.
After a while, you start to not give a fuck about certain things. Your attitude changed when you hit certain brackets in your age range. Like, so it's like, I mean, I hope, whatever, since the divorce, hope you heal, and I hope you realize that, love is still out there for you, for sure. But I definitely can understand, like, even, people who with somebody for a long period of time, it's like, my heart goes out to y'all.
Exactly.
Because, if they change during the relationship, it's even worse, because you showed me your representative for years. People be representatives for years. I can't see the comments, but hey, y'all. People be representatives for years, and then all of a sudden they want to show up as themselves. Wait, I've had men tell me like, yeah, in the beginning I was, giving you what I want you thought you wanted, and now that you love me or you care about me real deeply, I slack off on shit. Straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I actually, I tell you the truth. You, of course, you first of all, don't even look to think about starting over or starting anything no time soon. I was it's time for yourself and just be important to yourself. And I understand you say that you hurt, your heart is beyond broken. Let me tell you something. That hurt don't last forever. It's only temporary. It's a temporary pain that eventually, as you go through the day, the process, you take your time and you process your healing the way that you need to, it will eventually end up no longer hurting. And that's the thing that I always try to remember or tell people, even with myself, if I go through a breakup or a heartache, is the fact is that it's only temporary. The pain doesn't last. My grandfather told me that. He said, listen, when you do get into relationships, that remember, it's like gambling. You go to the casino and gamble, you put your chip on a black number 5, black 12, whatever. You decide to take that gamble with that person and understand that now the situation, and this is what we talked about earlier, relationships, marriageships, friendships, those shits could be able to ship and sell. Nothing lasts forever, because even if you did stay with him, regardless, it's not going to last forever because somebody's going to die. And I'm sorry.
Right, that's true. I always go there. You're right.
I'm straightforward and I'm straight blunt. So I hope that I'm not, coming off rude. So,
not to me, for sure.
I'm just saying, in regards to, at the end of the day, even how Rosie just said, it's only temporary, and you will end up getting into a place where you won't feel that pain any longer. I would just say, just take your time, trust the process, don't rush the process. Know, and also you're going to go through grief of stages, because in the relationship, when you end in a marriage, that's grief. You're going to grieve. You're grieving someone that you no longer with. You're no longer that's in a marriage with. And if you have to cry, I'm going to tell you, cry. Get that shit. Release that shit. Do not hold that shit. Because, again, it doesn't make you weak. It only makes you strong and powerful. I'm telling you, because I've been through it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Q.
Yeah, I've been through a divorce. I've been through shit. So I know the process, and you're going to go through different emotional or different stages. But just like I say, just take your time, trust the process. Don't think that you're weak. Know that within you, as you're doing it, you are standing in your power, you are gaining your power, and you also sitting and gaining your strength. So important to yourself, and don't rush anything, and don't allow no one to push you if you're not ready to move. So that's
and I will say this quickly, because
kids back. Don't hold it back. Let them go. And even if you have kids, I'm telling you, always take that time in your space when you go into your room or wherever you have a space in your house, and you close the door and you cry. They ain't gotta hear you. You know what I'm saying? Just let it out.
And don't feel bad for backtracking. I'm sorry. I don't think people understand. Like, you want somebody for a long period of time, the love don't go nowhere. So you backtrack sex or whatever it is, you backtrack calling them or reaching out or feel like just want to know how you doing or checking on him. You have to wait to lose that attachment. No matter what the relationship is. That could be friendship, whatever. So I think be kind to yourself. Also, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this sexual. Get you something to play with your cat. Because, I had a tarot reader, and, I didn't masturbate until this last year. And she was just like, look, I'm not going to hold you, sis. Like, you're going to think that some of these men you talking to is nothing, but honey, you just horny. So, like, get that out of the way. Go ahead and get that for yourself. Take that time, get to know your body a little bit more. You probably are story. I don't know. I can't see your comments, girl. I don't know who you are. But, and just like I said, I've never been through a divorce. I'm just giving you my own opinion. I'm not an expert on this way. I'm not a guru, whatever they call it. But,
me. Just say we just talking from experience.
Yeah, but now see, you've been divorced, so you have more insight. With me, like I always try to tell people, like I'm not. This is my opinion because I think it's really weird when someone tries to talk from places they don't know. Like I can't talk to you places that I've never been before. If I've never traveled there, I can't tell you how Mexico City is. I've never been there before. I can tell you how I look on pictures. You know what I mean? So I would say that for the most part because, and I'm gonna say this to you. I don't know who you are, but you are enough.
Come on,
imagine every time something ends in a relationship with women, we all think that we're not enough. Something's wrong with us. You are enough. It just wasn't that person. It was a season. It was a long season. I'm sure if you have children, I'm sure they are beautiful, and I'm sure you guys will co-parent lovely. I wish you only happy co-parenting, good time masturbating, and good time finding yourself, and only just positive, dramaless life forward. So yeah, I wish those things for you. So that's it.
But I definitely agree with the fact of, because even with the whole getting you toys, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody don't need to know that. That's your business. No. Please, stuff, absolutely, because there was times during my divorce where I wanted to backtrack because his dick was the only one I knew, and I didn't want to hop on nothing else. So in regards to that, you say, especially if you know that it's over and it's done, and you don't want to have to keep reverting back and doing a remix, Ricky, you know, you wanna just play. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like she said, get the new body, get to know yourself, get some toys. This is you listen, you are now on amongst of a different journey. Because when I got divorced, I was on a different journey that ended up beholding for me to know myself in depth even more. It was like a curse of a loss of grief of losing, but at the same time, a blessing in disguise that now I'm about to know who is Kwamia, and you're about to know who is Ashley. Hello. You're about to, and then when you get from out of this journey of you knowing yourself and you in this healing process, I'm telling you, when you come out of that end of that rainbow in that tunnel, you're going to stand in so much deep into a powerful woman that you are, that no one, nothing or anything will be able to reckon your force or your light ever. Trust and believe. And she said they have 2 daughters. And that's why I say if you don't want to see them see you emotional crying. Because even with my son, what I used to do was go into my room, close the door, either in the shower, which is another healing process. Yeah. When you get closer to water is more cleansing, closer to the Father, closer to the heavens, closer to the spiritual connection, meditation. So even in the shower, you cry it out. I'm telling you, it cleanses, take all your tears, put it down the drain, and you get out there even more refreshed than you went in. So, but
I'm just to hear it.
I hope
you better listen to Sister Q.
I can't with you.
It's the truth. Like you spit some real shit. Like I think it's amazing. I don't. It's great. I love to hear it.
Yeah, and I hope that the advice that we both gave you definitely will help and work. And see, this is why I love when we do this, because you never know when people watch these things or come on our platform, our lives, you never know what they're going through, and the conversation, the topic we're talking about, discussion could actually help somebody. And this is what I love. I love hopping on everybody else's lives, because you'll see what expressing themselves and really feeling comfortable, because we create the comfortability and the no judgment space where people could be able to say, damn, this is what I needed to hear. Yeah. I even know I needed to hear this. And you know what I'm saying? And just seeing again people that look like me doing something and been through it, and guess what? Survived it.
Yeah. That's the biggest one, the survived it part, and still going strong. And you know, I feel like especially when you who you are when you're growing up is totally different from who you are once years pass.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Listen, so we could definitely end on that note, because listen, we dropped some amazing gems. We end up giving our experience, our opinions, and you know, and just speaking our bluntness.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so, cancer, but can you ask for more? The best bluntness ever.
What? Period. Pooh. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. What you say? Soul Top, Savannah Christine. Oh, things to song. Okay, I don't know what. Oh yeah, soul ties. Oh yeah. So in regards to that, tell the people where they can find you, what you got coming up, what you got going on. Yes, give it to the people.
So my podcast, Erica with the C podcast. You can follow me at Erica with the C podcast. You can shop my merch. I'm gonna bring some fall stuff coming out. Sheetsinc.com. SHEC. But you click the link in my bio, you'll find all that stuff. And yeah, I'm on the Empress Corner. I'm a co-host Empress Corner. So that comes out every other Monday. So next Monday will be the first one in November, the first of the month. So check us out on the Empress Corner show at on Instagram. Click the link in the bio, connect with all of us. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, Q. This topic was lit. It was so much information. And one thing I always say to people when I'm on there, I love when I interact with collab people when I learn from them. Because there's so many things we talked about, and I'm going to take back and like absorb and like, you know what? I can apply this in my life. So thank you for that. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, you're so welcome. I learned from myself. I learned from people that come on too. I'm telling you, because you, long as you're on this earth, you're supposed to continue to learn. When you stop learning, that's where the problem comes in. Yep. So you got to always be teachable and coachable.
Yes, that's it. That's all.
Absolutely. And that's how the smart stay smart, the rich stay rich. But yes, so as you guys know who I am, you know, you can follow your girl also on all platforms. And if you guys, you're not following my sister, listen, what you're waiting for. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you're not, but start following Erica. Also, if you're not following me, start following me. Also, support everyone. Support the people that's in the comments. That's my podcast co-contributors of life. Make sure you go follow them too, because they have some amazing content and some great things to say that we bring to this force of world that's called life. And you guys continue to just be great. Make sure you take care of one another and stay safe and clean, and you know, just give greatness to life and fuck negativity.
Period.
That's it. That's all I can basically say. And if ain't nobody basically coming correct, you can always delete them, and it's okay to say no. And remember, you are the force and the king and queen of your environment, and the source and the ruler of your emotions. So you make control of all of that. And again, you guys can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitch, Tumblr, everywhere.
Like I'm all over. I'm everywhere. I'm there.
And everywhere. Then you can also find me on iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google Podcasts, Pandora, all that good stuff, Spotify. And listen, again, I have another amazing show tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with this amazing New Jersey rapper that's called I just called a blank, girl. Yeah, I posted.
We look out for it. You gotta follow her to figure out who it is.
I posted. Listen, I'm so booked, busy, and tired, y'all. I don't understand. I mean, when November 18 come, y'all don't understand. Y'all sister is going on a deep vacation. It don't make no sense.
I know that's right.
Y'all gonna have to find me, but like, hold up. We gotta send a SOS for Qua, because we don't know where this chick at, because this not like her.
Oh Lord!
Oh my God! But yeah, his name is Mazi Bogata from East Orange, New Jersey. He is coming to rep the set and coming tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on Instagram at Pillow Talk with the T. So please make sure you guys come and support him, because as I always say, support is free and it doesn't hurt. So you guys, make sure you have a great night. And I appreciate everyone from rocking with us, coming through, having your comments. Again, also, Ashley, you are in my prayers. I sit there and send nothing but love, blessings, and nothing but healing, and nothing but sister queen vibes to you, baby girl. And continue to keep pushing through. It will be all right. And know that I see you. And you are enough, as Erica said.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys have an amazing night. I love you guys. Continue rocking with your girl. Have a great night and a great weekend.